Should you invest in private equity in your retirement plan? Well, average investors have been shut out of these deals for decades because they were deemed too sophisticated and too risky. Historically, you had to be what was referred to as an accredited investor, which is somebody who earns north of $250,000 or $300,000 and had a net worth of $1 million or more. So you really have to ask yourself, why are these types of investments being made available to the average investor now? Well, it's no secret that private equity investments have been struggling for some time, especially in a higher interest rate environment. So much so that structures are being created that allow existing investors in private equity deals to get their money out without forcing the private equity firm to sell the investment at an unattractive price. Translation, at a loss. Now, historically, average investors have been what Wall Street refers to as the bag holders. And a bag holder is somebody who is sold an investment that declines dramatically in value, and oftentimes it goes to zero. We've seen this before. You've pump and dump schemes, boiler rooms, the investment machinations from the great financial crisis are all examples of people and sometimes even institutions being left holding the bag of somebody else's poor investment decisions. Now, remember, private equity investments are very hard to cash out of and have very difficult or very uncertain valuations. So in other words, it's difficult to sell out of your private equity evaluation when you want to, and it's hard to know what the price is even at any given point in time. So retirement plans seem like a really great way for private equity firms to offload unattractive investments and raise the cash needed to return to their original investors. Now, that may not be the case, but definitely something to consider. Now, this is not investment advice. It's simply a reminder to do your due diligence before making an investment. Be skeptical. And remember, if something seems to be too good to be true, it probably is.